On today's show, we have the Our Lady of Mercy statue, the SUMMA Theologica 5-volume set, some large mugs to get you through the tail end of winter, and more here on EWTN Religious Catalog.
And I hope you have a blessed reminder of the love of Jesus in your house and in your heart.
Hello, and thank you for joining us here on EWTN Religious Catalog. I'm Debbie Cowden. It's an honor to be with you today as we talk about holy reminders that will help us live out our faith in everyday life. There are lots of feasts this week, including St. Francis de Sales on the 24th, the conversion of St. Paul on the 25th, Timothy and Titus on the 26th, St. Angela Merici on the 27th, and St. Thomas Aquinas on the 28th, just to name a few. But I'll never pass up an opportunity to showcase a holy reminder related to the Blessed Mother, so I'm delighted to show you the Our Lady of Mercy RANSOM statue. Devotion to our Blessed Mother under the title of Our Lady of Mercy dates back well into the Middle Ages when the Mercedarian order invoked her under this title. The Mercedarian order was founded in 1218 in Spain by St. Peter Nolasco to redeem Christian captives from their Muslim captors. In this statue, Mary is dressed in white garments similar to the Mercedarian habit, with a scapular in her right hand and a pair of shackles in her left hand. The red shield on her breast is the shield of the Order of Mercy. The ceramic statue measures 8.5 inches high, including the base. In honor of St. Thomas Aquinas' feast day this week, here is the Summa Theologica 5-volume hardcover edition, written by St. Thomas Aquinas from 1265 until his death in 1274. This is his most famous work and is certainly the greatest, most ambitious, most rational book of theology ever written. It was intended as a manual for beginners, as a compilation of all the main theological teachings of that time. The Summa's topics follow a cycle: the existence of God, God's creation, man, man's purpose, Christ, the sacraments, and back to God. It consists of 38 tracts, 631 questions, about 3,000 articles, 10,000 objections, and their answers. This 5-volume hardcover set boasts over 3,022 pages. What an amazing gift this would be to a seminarian, or if your parish has a library, what a great addition this would be to their collection. And if the Summa seems a little intimidating, you might opt for the Summa Theologiae, a concise translation. The great work of St. Thomas Aquinas is skillfully edited here by Timothy McDermott to capture the essence of his teaching in a fresh and concise book about 1/6 its original length. The non-technical modern translation and form will appeal both to professional students and to interested general readers. It is 1 volume and paperback, still 652 pages, but it's the Summa, so this is about as concise as you can get. For a quick introduction to the ideas of Aquinas, we have this Catholic Bites Crash Course DVD. There's no doubt St. Thomas Aquinas believed in God, and as one of history's most influential philosophers and theologians, he was able to masterfully craft logical arguments to prove God's existence once and for all. In this 6-part mini-series, Cecilia O'Reilly walks us through St. Thomas Aquinas' complex reasoning using clever metaphors and simple animations. Put on your thinking cap and enjoy these quick takes on St. Thomas Aquinas' arguments for the existence of God. Episodes included will teach you about the arguments from motion, contingency, design, pain and suffering, the scientific dilemma, and the no arguments argument. It comes on one 30-minute disc. Take a look.
So what? Here's what. There cannot be an infinite series of movers. If there is not a first mover in the series, then we can't account for the series at all. But the existence of a first mover, however, implies that there is a being which is moved by nothing, which lacks nothing, and is the ultimate explanation for the process of change around us. Sounds like a pretty perfect being, huh? Well, in fact, it is. And this being we call God.
Here we have the St. Thomas Aquinas gift set, This beautifully packaged gift set includes a 3.5-inch figure of St. Thomas Aquinas with a matching holy card. The box that it comes in gives a brief history of the saint and includes a prayer he composed for students. The statue is made of resin and can make its home on an office desk or a child's bookshelf. I'm going to show you the next two items together because they're similar. They're sold separately, but you'll quickly see why they're a perfect pair. This is the Titles of Mary quote mug. This 15-ounce mug features dozens of unique and colorful names of our Blessed Mother from your favorite saints, popes, holy men, and women. Our Lady of Mount Carmel, Star of the Sea, Queen of Peace, Perpetual Help, Theotokos, and more. You can enjoy your coffee, tea, and hot cocoa in this 15-ounce mug, and this mug makes a perfect, irreplaceable gift for family and friends. And here is the St. Joseph 15-ounce quote mug. This large 15-ounce ceramic mug features dozens of unique and colorful titles and quotes about St. Joseph: Pillar of Families, Terror of Demons, Mirror of Patience, Spouse of the Mother of God, and more. This large mug has a C-shaped handle for a full-fisted grip. Both of these mugs are printed in the USA and are microwave and dishwasher safe. And as I mentioned, they're sold separately, but they do make the ultimate his and hers mugs, if I do say so myself. With St. Valentine's Day just around the corner, now's the time to get something special for your loved ones. Though St. Valentine's Day tends to be an overly commercialized holiday, we shouldn't pass up an opportunity to tell our family members how much we love them and how much we desire their holiness. This would be a meaningful gift for a husband, a father, or a son. It is the two-tone men's Celtic crucifix pendant with chain. This is a sterling silver Celtic crucifix with a gold-filled corpus. It measures 7/8 of an inch wide by 1.5 inches high. It comes on an endless rhodium heavy curb chain that measures 24 inches. There's an Irish legend that tells how St. Patrick created the first Celtic cross by incorporating a circle over the Latin cross. The circle is a symbol of eternity and the endlessness of God's love. This beautiful cross features several biblical images. Across the beam from left to right are David and the harp, the Last Judgment, and Daniel and the lions. On the vertical beam from top to bottom are the Irish faith symbol, St. Paul and St. Timothy, and Jacob wrestling with the angel. Lots of symbolism, and truly a gift that would be cherished for years to come. We have a wide selection of crucifixes and saint medals at EWTNRC.com, varying sizes, materials, and styles. There are literally thousands to choose from, so I know you'll be able to find something special. This is a cool piece. It's the men's black stainless bracelet with Our Father. Boldly show your love for God with this handsome black stainless steel bracelet. It features the Lord's Prayer with a small cross etched in silver on the surface of a 2-inch by 1/2-inch curved plate, and it's joined together with solid stainless steel links and a sturdy fold-over clasp. The bracelet measures 8 inches long and a 1/2 inch wide. And here's a new book. It's The Complementarity of Women and Men. This book provides the Catholic Christian case that men and women are, in certain respects, quite different, but also have a positive, complementary relationship. Although differences in their mutually supporting relationships are focused throughout the volume, men and women are assumed to have equal dignity and value. This underlying interpretation comes from the familiar, basic theological position in Genesis that both sexes were made in the image of God. The complementarity of women and men explores theological, philosophical, and historical perspectives. It builds on the writing of St. John Paul II's Theology of the Body, and it even offers scientific evidence supporting sexual difference and complementarity in the disciplines of psychology and neuroscience. Without a doubt, this book makes a significant contribution to the important, complex, contemporary debate about men, women, sex, and gender. Another book that is so badly needed in our times is The Manual for Men, Written by the Most Reverend Thomas J. Olmsted, Bishop of the Diocese of Phoenix, this manual is for men who are in the arena, warriors for Christ and His Church. It is for those men who battle daily for their souls and for their family. It is often a struggle to shed the sins and vices of the world, but it's a battle men must fight and win. There is a battle for our souls, our families, our world, and our Lord calls men to fight. Are you ready to answer the call? Will you accept Bishop Olmsted's plea to engage in the battle that is raging around you? We also have a manual for spiritual warfare, a manual for Eucharistic adoration, and a manual for women. And at a time when evil is raging all around us, I highly recommend suiting up for battle with your rosaries and with books like these. The tradition of the Church has always placed importance upon sacramentals such as blessed candles, rosaries, crucifixes, and so on. One of the most remarkable effects of sacramentals is the virtue to drive away evil spirits whose mysterious and baleful operations affect sometimes even the physical activity of man. And here's the sacramental to keep on you at all times. It's the sterling silver crucifix ring. This is a solid sterling silver ring that features a beautifully detailed crucifix on the top. The band is shiny and smooth for a very comfortable fit and is perfect for both men and women. It comes in whole sizes, 5 through 12, so be sure to measure your finger or have your ring size on hand before ordering. And please note that the price will vary based on the ring size you select. We have several more sterling silver rings available on our website, so go to EWTNRC.com. Be sure to check them out. I have 4 mugs to show you. They look similar, but I do want to note that they are sold separately. This is the Man of Integrity pottery mug. It's a generously sized 20-ounce ceramic coffee mug featuring a sturdy 1 1/4 inch wide handle for a secure grip. It is painted Venetian red that gradually darkens toward the base. On the front is a ceramic patch that reads, Man of Integrity, and on the back is a quote that reads, Blessed is the man that has built his actions on God's wisdom of right and wrong. Blessed is the man that becomes the beacon of his light through an honorable life. And also this passage, to act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. From the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. And here is the Man of Wisdom pottery mug. It has a black finish with a brown clay base and a patch on the front that reads, Man of Wisdom. On the reverse is a quote that reads, Blessed is the man who uses knowledge and experience to improve the well-being of others, who guides with respect and encourages with love. And also, Make me to know your ways, O Lord, teach me your paths. From Psalm 25, verse 4. And finally, the Man of Courage pottery mug. It is painted green with a brown clay base and a patch on the front that reads, Man of Courage. On the reverse is a quote that reads, Blessed is the man who faces his fears honestly, holds on to hope passionately, and seeks others readily for help, reassurance, and love. Below this quote is a verse from Holy Scripture that reads, Be strong and courageous. The Lord your God is with you wherever you go. From Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. And again, all of these generous 20-ounce mugs are 5 inches high and are microwave and dishwasher safe. And again, they're all sold separately, but I know it's hard to pick a favorite. As if it weren't hard enough to choose between these, we have dozens more in all sizes and styles waiting for you at EWTNRC.com. This past week, we celebrated the feast day of St. Mary Ann Cope on January 23rd, and I must say, what a woman of great faith and courage. She's the patron saint of lepers, outcasts, and those with HIV and AIDS because in the 1880s, while she was superior general of her religious order, she received a request from the King of Hawaii for help caring for victims of leprosy. Many other religious orders declined, and understandably, because assisting lepers meant inevitably contracting it and dying from it. Mother Mary Ann jumped at the opportunity, though, saying, "I am hungry for the work, and I wish with all my heart to be one of the chosen ones whose privilege it will be to sacrifice themselves for the salvation of souls of the poor islanders. I am not afraid of any disease, hence it would be my greatest delight even to minister to the abandoned lepers." She coordinated intake efforts, established the first general hospital on the island of Maui, fought for justice for leprosy patients who were being abused, started a homeless shelter for female children of leprosy patients, and even cared for the now Saint Damien of Molokai, the famous priest who ministered to leprosy patients. Amazingly, she died of natural causes. She never contracted leprosy. After her death, a local Syracuse newspaper declared, "Mother Mary Ann's name will live on as that of a woman whose noble self-sacrifice ranks with the death-defying devotion of the martyrs of old." In honor of her feast day this week, here is the Mass of Canonization of Mary Ann Cope. On October 21, 2012, in St. Peter's Square, Pope Benedict XVI celebrated the canonization Mass of Blessed Mary Ann Cope, Blessed Kateri Tekakwitha, and 5 others. Forever they will be venerated, distinguished for heroic virtue, raised to the full honors at the altar as witness to the Christian faithful. Blessed Mary Ann Cope, a member of the Sisters of St. Francis of Syracuse, New York, and Blessed Kateri Tekakwitha, a 17th century Mohawk girl who converted to Catholicism and died at the age of 24. The runtime is approximately 2.5 hours.
At a time when little could be done for this suffering from this terrible disease, Marianne Cope showed the highest love, courage, and enthusiasm. She's a shining and energetic example of the best of the tradition of Catholic nursing sisters and of the spirit of her beloved St. Francis.
Since the feast day of St. Francis de Sales is this week, I wanted to show you the St. Francis de Sales Tiny Saints clip-on. This whimsical clip-on caricature of St. Francis de Sales is made of a soft plastic material with a sturdy swivel lobster claw clasp. It's great for backpacks, zippers, and keychains. These are a favorite at my house, and since EWTN Religious Catalog has over 40 saints to choose from, I think you'll find they'll quickly become a favorite in your home as well. And in honor of St. Francis de Sales' feast day, here is an introduction to the devout life. St. Francis de Sales was a bishop, confessor, and doctor of the Church. After the Imitation of Christ, this book is one of the widest read Catholic books of all time. St. Francis ministered to the spiritual needs of all his flock, from the nobles to the peasants, through encouragement and direction on living the devout life that God calls all of us to. This book is written specifically for lay people on how to get to heaven. It is thorough, authoritative, and reliable, and gives excellent instruction on prayer, confession, dancing, dress, slander, and much more. No matter your state in life, you are called to holiness, and St. Francis de Sales can help you on that journey. And I have one more book on St. Francis de Sales. It's Live Today Well, St. Francis de Sales' Simple Approach to Holiness. This book is written by Father Thomas Daly, who is an oblate of St. Francis de Sales. He points out very simply that living the Christian life is difficult and requires a strategy. Most of us won't get to heaven through heroic feats of sanctity, but by learning to live the devout life through our everyday activities. Well, St. Francis de Sales has a spiritual plan to help everyone who desires to acquire holiness in their own state of life. Father Daly gently guides you through this plan, showing you how you can balance time devoted to God with the time needed to complete the many tasks of the day, no matter how busy your lifestyle. This is a turbulent time that we're living in, but it's not the first time in the Church's 2,000 years of existence that we faced evil head-on, and that we've had forces outside and inside our walls trying to destroy us. Take heart and find peace with this book, Sermons in Times of Crisis, 12 Homilies to Stir Your Soul. Guided by Reverend Paul D. Scalia's introduction and commentaries, you'll come to see that the Church has faced many crises in the past and has survived and was even able to thrive. This beautifully bound book contains the wisdom, encouragement, and comfort of some of the bravest, most eloquent homilists in the Church, including St. John Chrysostom, St. Ambrose, St. Augustine, St. Edmund Campion, Pope St. John Paul II, Pope St. Leo the Great, St. Charles Borromeo, and more.
And so it's a great, it's also, I think a book of hope, because we're in a time of crisis, and we look back at the Church's history and we see that the voice of truth, the voice from the Church and from her sacred ministers is always present, right. And the Holy Spirit will endow those men with the strength and the words that they need to proclaim the truth.
It is a hardcover book with a ribbon page marker. The final item I have for you today is the Whole Air St. John Chrysostom quote mug. This large 15-ounce ceramic mug, which is microwave and dishwasher safe, features a quote from St. John Chrysostom that reads, "The whole air about us is filled with angels." And it's not some casual, trite sentiment. He's actually referring to the presence of the angels at the holy sacrifice of the Mass. In teaching about the Eucharist and the Mass, he said, "The angels surround the priest. The whole sanctuary and the space before the altar is filled with the heavenly powers who come to honor him who is present upon the altar." And he's also said, "The angels are present here. The angels and the martyrs meet today. If you wish to see the angels and the martyrs, open the eyes of faith and look upon this sight. For if the very air is filled with angels, how much more so the Church? And if the Church is filled with angels, how much more is that true today when the Lord has risen into heaven? The whole air about us is filled with angels." It'd be hard to fit all of that on a single mug, but when you see this quote, I hope you're reminded of the constant presence of God's angels, and most importantly, their presence during Holy Mass. The whole air about us is filled with angels. Wow, what a great quote to end on. And now here's a recap of the items we showed you today and information on how to order. The Our Lady of Mercy Ransom statue is item L656 for $30. The SUMMA Theologica 5-volume hardcover edition is item number 10635 for $245. The SUMMA Theologiae, a concise translation, is item 12107 for $45. The Catholic Bites Crash Course DVD is item HDCB for $15. The St. Thomas Aquinas gift set is item number 40604 for $13.50. The Titles of Mary quote mug is item MQ51 for $15. The St. Joseph quote mug is item MQ13 for $15. The men's two-tone Celtic crucifix pendant with chain is item number 2460G for $132.50. The men's black stainless bracelet with Our Father is item BR889 for $25. The book The Complementarity of Women and Men is item number 33888 for $34.95. The Manual for Men is item 2648 for $30. The sterling silver crucifix ring is item R4112, and the price ranges from $49 to $55 depending on the size. The Man of Integrity pottery mug is item MG130 for $16. The Man of Wisdom pottery mug is item 56807 for $16. The Man of Courage pottery mug is item 56804 for $16. The DVD of the Mass of Canonization of Mary Ann Cope is item number HDMC1012 for $25. The St. Francis de Sales Tiny Saints Clip-On is item H051 for $5. An Introduction to the Devout Life, item number 1253 for $15. The book Live Today Well, item number 23017, regularly priced at $18.95, yours today for $14.99. Sermons in Times of Crisis, item 2635 for $27. The Whole Air St. John Chrysostom Quote Mug, item MQ129 for $15. To order your holy reminders, please visit EWTNRC.com. Our website is safe and secure. We accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express. Or you can give us a call at 1-800-854-6316. Call center hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Eastern. Remember to take advantage of our free standard shipping offer on all online orders over $75 by using the promo code FREE at checkout. Here are the broadcast times for EWTN Religious Catalog. If you missed any part of the show or would like to watch it again, go to EWTNRC.com, where the current show is always available. On next week's show, tune in for even more holy reminders related to Catholic motherhood, St. John Bosco, and healing. Mother Angelica said, "In everything that happens, Jesus is sounding the call to holiness." I hope you'll answer that call, because God has big plans for you. I'll see you next week. Until then, may God bless you and your family.